everybody.
Well, we know what they did to you. We can see it all. We can see it all. And their lies, the lies they laid on you, we don't believe it all. We don't believe it all. All those secrets that they keep, exposed by their ringing hands, the excuses that they speak. And we see what they took from you. They didn't take you all. They couldn't take you all. And we see what the future holds for you. Yeah, we can see it all. We can see it all. Doors are gonna open for you. Our hearts and arms, oh, they're open too. Though the reasons we may never find, soon this nightmare, it'll be left behind. And we see the damage done to you. Yeah, we can see it all. We can see it all. And we know there's goodness left in you. I can hear it in your voice when you call. I said those doors are gonna open for you. Our hearts and arms, oh, they're open too. Though the true reasons are now we may never find. Soon this nightmare, well, it'll be left behind. And we know what they took from you, but they couldn't take you all. They didn't take you all.
Hello, everybody. Let's go one more, because it's the weekend. Tomorrow night, Ziggy. I'm going to be all day at the passport office tomorrow, most likely.
So let's keep talking about Avery. Yeah, let's keep talking till he's set free. You just listen, I think you'll see why it matters. Really matters. Put aside the documentary, the state's version ludicrousy. Oh, all their claims so blatantly get torn to tatters. I think that matters. I bet you heard about her last sweat, but maybe you ain't heard this yet. 19 more times the DNA that was left anywhere else that day. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. An ex-boyfriend with a day planner page, and yet they did not investigate. And who knows why, and who can say why he was signed into the crime scene that day. I think it matters. I really do. I think it matters. About the barrel that once was seized, but then returned to the Averys. The bones were found the next day, but not one photograph exists of where they lay. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. I could go on listing things off, 80 more things. I just keep on singing these songs till Avery freedom rings. I said it matters. It really, I know it matters. It could be you, I think it matters. It could be me, I know it matters. Work with Casey, it matters. I said it matters. It really matters.
All right. Hello, folks. How you doing? Camera turned on here. Here we go. Hello. Oh. My Belgian shirt. All right. How's everybody doing? Marsha Clark had a really bad facelift. Really? I didn't know. I always did mean to watch her show. She had a show that was coming on ID on Investigation Discovery. Yeah, Jesus, I've been packing all day and didn't even bother to look at my hair before I went live. All right, anyways. But yeah, I remember she had a show on Investigation Discovery that was coming out like about, I think it was maybe about this time last year. I was looking into the OJ thing again because of the Lost Confession came out that was like connected to that book. If I Did It, I think it was called. Anyway. But anyway, right around that time, she had a show coming out where she was going to go looking into old cases and things like that and, you know, see if there's anything sketchy. Y'all be safe traveling. Thank you. Erekose told us that story. I thought of the Little Rascals. Yeah. Seriously, when I thought about, I was just trying to think of the quickest way to get the damn thing, and I was just, you know what, just a piece of gum, dude, on a stick, and that's like literally, I was just like, it's just gonna be the easiest way, and it was even made extra difficult because somebody had parked their car right there. There was literally like this much room for me. I could barely like get the width of my head in between the car and the curb to get to where my eyes could look down into the drain, and then I could see it. So then I had to get this stick, and I'm having to get this stick into position without scratching this person's car. It was just yeah. This process, nothing has been easy about it. Nothing has been easy about it. It has been a fight, just tooth and nail fight the whole entire way. But I'm resolved to retain my sense of humor and to be patient. Because it's been paying off so far, just staying patient no matter what crazy things happen. I stayed calm. I was patient. Like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy preaches to us, don't panic. And I have followed those, rules, and they have served me well. I'll put it that way. So I just saw that the commercial, and I thought, same thing. So sorry about Stephen Avery and Brendan, you mean? Okay. So I can't wrap my head around the fact that Stephen was suing Manitowoc County, that they would sacrifice someone who hasn't any tie to them about the lawsuit. Yeah, possibly. Let's see here. Glad it wasn't just me. There was a new series coming on TV based on her. She's doing PR. Yeah, back with this was like last year. She was doing a show where she was going to be looking into like cases. Like I don't know, maybe it didn't pan out. Maybe it only went a couple episodes and then it fizzled out or something. I don't know. I meant to watch it and I never got around to it. But it was, I remember Marsha Clark. I hope you had your hitchhiker towel with you. I have 2 towels going to Australia with me, folks. 2. I'm not forgetting my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy rules. All right here. I know where my towel is. Am I? Thank you very much, Susan. I've been running like ragged and, packing and whatever. My hands are dirty. I feel like a mess, but thank you. Some people say that these blue eyes just jump off the TV screen, so maybe that's helping, bring the rest of the, madness together. Let's see. So, a drama called The Fix. I'll have to check that out. I actually like Marsha Clark. I actually think she's a very conscientious prosecutor. I think that, God, when she had the OJ trial, she was just going through a really pretty rough patch in her life. The whole thing with the divorce and everything, and the way that her husband was able to end up using all the publicity against her, and just the stuff that was on her plate during the OJ trial and everything. I have great sympathy for Marsha Clark. She was trying to do a very difficult job under very difficult circumstances, while trying to maintain her own life in the meantime. And so my hat's off to her. Sorry, folks. But my hat's off to her. Just that, she did very well, despite everything that was happening, the freaking circus that the OJ trial was. Yeah, it's nutty, but I my heart goes out to her because, seeing what all she was having to deal with, it, she did the best she could, and I do feel for her. Let's see. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Does my whole family have blue eyes? Most of us do. I mean, my brother does. My mom had blue eyes. I think she had green eyes when she was a kid, but she eventually had blue eyes. And I think my dad had blue eyes, actually. So anyway, I look a bit purple. That could just be light coming off of my monitors here. Sometimes I just, I got to work on getting the proper lighting in here. That's probably most of the problem, why I look a little purple. Easy Killer. Andy Dufresne had an easier time escaping Shawshank than Erekose getting a passport to Australia. Hey, at least I didn't have to go through the poop pipe, right? Hey, who knows? Maybe that's one of the tests waiting me tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know. Let's see here. Come on. Travis, on episode 3 of the McCann case, the eyes, the hair, the beard. Yeah, I'm a little scruffy right now, a little bit, I've been like toying with the idea of growing my full beard out again, but I don't know. Toying with it, but I think maybe I better not. Did you watch People versus OJ? I did. Yes, absolutely. I watched People versus OJ. Yep. I like to go on YouTube and do a search for people's testimony at trial because all of it was on television. You can find anything you want about the OJ trial on YouTube. You just type in who it is you want to hear. Like I've listened to the Furman stuff a lot, many times, because I find that whole part, the whole dynamic of the case with Furman, the dynamic that his testimony, his original testimony and his later testimony, what that created for the case and what that did to the case is highly fascinating. So I have gone through, I've found his testimony on YouTube. You can find anything about the OJ case on YouTube. You can just go to YouTube search and start typing in OJ Simpson testimony of, whoever you want to hear, and it'll take you to somebody who has uploaded some of the TV footage from back when the OJ trial was, being broadcast every day. All day, every day. At least here in California it was. I don't know what it was like for everybody else in the rest of the country. But anyways, I digress. Look forward to hearing about your trip. Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing I want to talk about tonight. Looking down the storm drain like Andy looking down the sewage pipe. Wait till you try to get back in the country. I know, right? Right? I'm going to have trouble getting back in, right? Yeah, I know, right? Matt Damon is shaking his head right now. I thought it was an homage to Laura Palms. I wish I'd been there to film Erekose's day yesterday. Yeah, it wasn't so funny at the time, but once I had gathered everything again and I was whole again, then I was able to start looking at it humorously. So, but yeah, I get it. Bean wants to laugh at my pain. I get it. Let's see. Watch that guy, Nation. He is pretty cool. Get past the voice. Yeah, he is. He's a little bit kind of, high pitched, and he gets a little lost sometimes in what he's saying and whatever. But I still think Lionel Nation. I still think Lionel is a pretty good, reliable source of knowledge about the case. Most of what he's saying, is based on his experience in the legal system. So it's valid in the sense that it's, true experience of somebody who takes part in these types of cases in our criminal justice system. So I think Lionel's worth the time if you guys can deal with him. I know his voice can be a little hard to take, and sometimes the way that he goes about telling stories and things, some people have a little bit of a problem with. But for those of you who can take it, I think he's a wealth of information. So there you go. Mr. Capaldi, you will always be a cold-ass honky, damn it. You even make socks and sandals look cool. Yeah, socks and sandals. Guys, that's something from Charlie Barron's. There's a video, you guys. I don't know. Maybe Pom Pom can do this. If Pom Pom can go to Charlie Barron's and go put fall, like go to Spring Fashion Week on Charlie Barron's YouTube channel. Go to his search bar and put Spring Fashion Week, and you should come up with something from Johnsonville, the Johnsonville like factory or whatever, and it should have like it should look like it's going to be a fashion show. If you can get that, Julie, and post it here, it's great. Anyway, that's what that's from, folks, what he's talking about. And there's one point in it where one of the people comes out on the fashion, runway or whatever, and he's wearing socks with sandals, and the socks have like a special groove right there so that your sandals can go in there without bunching your toes, right? And everything. It's so funny. So he has this little graphic he puts up, socks and sandals 2020, and it's funny. So if you guys can, if Julie can find that link, it's hilarious. Charlie Barron's is a very funny guy, folks. You guys have seen that blue shirt I wear where it says "Keep Her Moving," where it looks like kind of like the Wisconsin flag, but it says "Keep Her Moving" at the top instead of "forward." Like the actual Wisconsin flag says "forward" up here, right? It says "forward," but on Charlie's shirt, where he's kind of reinventing the flag or whatever, his says "Keep Her Moving." So anyway, you've seen me wear that blue shirt. That's Charlie. That's Charlie Barron's. That's the guy I'm talking about. Anyway, funny guy, folks. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. Are you just staying in Melbourne when you come to Australia, or are you going anywhere else? I will be in Sydney first couple days, or nearby Sydney first couple days. We will be in Melbourne for the show in Melbourne. I believe the morning of we'll be there in Melbourne, and I believe we'll be in Melbourne that entire day. And I'm not sure. I think we might. I'm not sure if we'll be there Sunday as well. We will be in Melbourne, and we're not just flying in for the show and right after getting on a plane back out. I'm pretty sure that that's not what's happening. So there should be some time in Melbourne, hopefully, for me to meet up with people. And that's another thing I wanted to say. That'd be perplexed to use my backdrop. That's funny. That's hilarious. Right on, T. Don't give anybody any ideas there, buddy. Anyway, how long is he gone for? I'll be there for a week. Lionel knows how to go on the tangent. Yeah, he does. He's trained to be the caboose. Gato was on Big Brother. Fashion Week in Wisconsin. There you go. It's like, because it's supposed to be like spring, and he starts out the video. That's because the temperature goes up to 40 degrees, and people start wanting to, show some skin or whatever. They start wanting to go outside, and because the sun is shining. It's really funny, but he's still talking about how it's still cold. The part where he shows a graphic of a guy in some snow pants that he cut off to be shorts. He goes, you don't think it's cold out there? Well, tell that to these cut off snow shorts. And he's like pointing to a graphic that's sitting right here, and it's this guy standing in some cut off snow pants. And it's hilarious. He's like, go ahead, I'll wait. It's just like that is like my favorite video from Charlie. It's the funniest one ever, because he's just poking fun at the fact that it's starting to get warm in Wisconsin, but it's still cold as hell. And it's just hilarious, folks. Go check it out. Captain Crunch is hiding in your suitcase. Captain Crunch is, folks, this is coming with me to Australia. Well, we'll see if it gets past customs, but maybe we'll see if this. I'm gonna try. If it doesn't get past customs, well, whatever. It doesn't get past customs. They can throw it away. But I'm gonna try to bring this to Australia with me if I can. You hear that, Mr. Capaldi? So I don't know. They kind of do, but we'd probably have to go searching for it. I would bring some with me over, but I can't put liquid in anything I check. I can't have anything liquid in there, and so yeah, it's I can't have any liquid. So I'm just gonna have to go there, and if I have to, I'll just drink water while I'm there. Honestly, if I can't find something else there that I like. I can make do with Pepsi sometimes, but even Pepsi I don't really care for. It's, I don't even like Coke. Coke's not real. It's funny. I don't really like either one of the popular brands of soda. I really don't. But I do like RC, Royal Crown Cola. I like RC. I do enjoy RC. But yeah, anyways. If they have the Lipton lemonade there, I love the Lipton, the lemonades that, and the pink lemonade and stuff that they make, the Lipton Brisk lemonade and stuff. I love that. So hopefully they'll have some of that over in Australia. Let's see, get Mark to take you to MGC for an Aussies rule game. We are going to see a football game of Yeah, football, right? So Australian football. We are, I think, scheduled to do that. They might have Mr. Pibb or something. If they have Mr. Pibb is perfectly acceptable. I like Mr. Pibb. It tastes a little different than Dr. Pepper, but pretty close. Pretty close. See, when it comes to Dr. Pepper, I am like, I swear, as I think about myself describing this, I feel like I'm like James Bond, when he has like those taste testing little matches where they're determining what's in a drink. It's like with Dr. Pepper, I'm like that way. It's just like, if I taste that little bit of fake sweet that they put in there, because it puts a bad aftertaste on the back of it that I'll notice 100 times out of 100, I'll always know, because the taste is so displeasant. that aftertaste is so displeasant to me that I will immediately dump whatever it is because I will not drink it because it's that unpleasant for me to drink it that it leaves such a horrible taste in the back of my mouth that I just All right. Have Pepsi and Dr. Pepper. If you need ketchup, ask for tomato sauce and be ready to pay for it. What is the status of AC's lawsuit? Not sure what's going on with that. Will Judge Suck at This be the judge if the case goes to trial? If the case goes to trial, if Judge Sukowitz, orders a retrial after an evidentiary hearing or whatever, or orders a retrial, if she orders it herself, maybe she very well could be the judge, because then she's basically looking to correct. She's looking to keep. She's looking to potentially correct a mistake made in that court, right? So I would think that would potentially keep her as the judge. But it may be that at that point, when a new trial is arranged, that it may be possible at that point to ask for the judge to be substituted. There may be some legal aspect that will allow for that. So anyway. Watch Green Street Hooligans before you go to the footy match, okay? All right, so here's the one thing I want to say. To all of you there in Australia, if you're planning to come out and find me while I'm there and stuff, which I'm absolutely over the moon with, please do come find me. For those of you who are planning to do that, be ready to be very, exuberant, very, vocal supporters of Stephen and Brendan on camera. I'm going to want to do stuff, if we have a group of us, I'm going to want to do like group shots of us where maybe we do like, little things where a whole entire group says something together in support of Stephen and Brendan, things of whatever we can do, but just show up ready to be exuberant and show up ready to show your how intensely passionate you are about the cause and stuff like that. Show up with that energy so that it comes off onto the camera, and that we'll have plenty of footage like that to be uploading about all of the very, very very just powerful support in Australia. To just be able to display that. I hope to come home with hours of footage of all of you in Australia, and I hope we have a whole bunch of stuff to showcase the Australian support for Stephen and Brendan, and criminal justice reform, and for things to get righted, to get off of this bad track that we're currently on, where we're not even wanting to recognize our mistakes in our criminal justice system. We just want to pretend that they're not even there. So the more we have, the more people that are around the world that are taking an interest in this is something that really makes a difference. That's why the MAM cruise and what I suspect was the Convicting a Murderer film cruise at the rally, there was a reason why they went to the international supporters. The people that had flown from another country to be there. People who had flown over the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans to be there. Okay, there's a reason why those camera crews went there. And so that's what I want to do, hopefully, while we're there in Australia, and showcase how many people in Australia that maybe can't afford to fly to Manitowoc themselves, but they feel very passionate about the case, and that's what I want to show. That is what I want to show while I'm there, folks. I want you all to understand that that's what we're there to do. So be passionate, be proud, be loud. I hope we're all going to get some really, really great footage and showcase just how awesome Stephen and Brendan's Australian supporters are. And that is what I want to do. and I want to have enough footage to continue doing it for a week or two after I get home. I hope to come home with hours of footage of hanging out with supporters, having conversations and chats and various things like that. So that's what I'm hoping to do, folks. Hope you guys are all on board. Seek me out. Come find me in Australia. It's literally once I get on the ground and I start understanding how, things are going to be, I will start letting you know on Facebook, on Discord. I have a Facebook page. I know not everybody's on Facebook, but I have a Facebook page. I will be letting people know what's going on my Facebook page. Erekose MAM. I will be uploading things there, I'll be posting things there to let everybody know where we're potentially going to be. I want to give people an idea of where I'm going to be. I'm not going to be trying to hide from all of you. I'm going to give you every opportunity to know where I'm at, and hopefully I can meet up with as many of you as possible. That's the goal. Want to make that absolutely 100% irrefutably clear. So there we go. Anyways, let's go back to the chat here. Pick up some chalk while there and write on a street, Avery Road, and a bunch of folks standing there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I actually thought if we were going to be going to like a football match that we might create a huge banner and take a picture of it, and send it over to KZ. You guys know how that, you remember that thing, right? Where she would automatically tweet anybody that did that from her Twitter. So one of the idea Cozy's Wrecking Crew. Yeah, everyone's got great ideas. Hey, Ziggy made the disingenuosity shirt that you guys saw when I was holding the dog Blue the other day. It was the thumbnail for the live, and it said disingenuosity free zone on the back. That was Ziggy. I have something else here today to show you that Pom Pom sent me. That's pretty cool. Next stop, UK, the Netherlands here, because we'll see where I'm going next, folks. I'll tell you what, though. I have pushed my boss to the point right now. So I'm going to barely be able to sneak out in June to go to Manitowoc, folks. So I can't push it with any kind of big travel plans, really not in this year, not in 2019. Realistically, I'm going to have to like back off of any travel plans for 2019 because what was going on here with this trip to Australia, my boss, it got him a little flustered. And, although I stepped up to the plate and knocked everything out and he's now in a good place with it, he's, understandably, he just had some concerns and, whatever. And so it's realistically, I'm going to need to probably hold off, but maybe towards the end of 2019, maybe I can think about possibly trying to do something like that. The thing is that all these things cost money too. And I'm not becoming a millionaire from being a YouTuber. Anybody that thinks that's happening, that's not. If I was becoming a millionaire from being a YouTuber, I wouldn't have to work a day job and I could research more. So anyways, so that's where we're at. But hopefully more future is in the future, or more travel, I should say, is in the future. Now I'm going to have a passport. Now I'm going to have all that already taken care of, so we won't have such a headache in the future with that. So, hopefully we're moving forward. You can fight off spiders with a stick and chewing gum, totally. Need footage of Paul in the pub. Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah. Telling some havering story to somebody. Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get some of that. It really matters. Hey, dude, it'd be cool if we all just like got together like in a group and like sang one of Stacy's songs a cappella. Just all of us together start singing one of his songs, That'd be cool. I'd be totally down for that, folks. I'd be totally down for that. I will have my GoPro with me, It's packed. Literally have my luggage right behind me right here because I keep going through it as I'm here, doing things today, and I have I put it right behind me because I keep going through it, making sure. but but yes, the GoPro's in there. I will have my phone. I will have my laptop, but I don't know how much I'm going to have. I don't know if I'll have my laptop with me on location. Mainly, my laptop's going to be with me so that I can take my big storage drive, and then I will be able to plug my GoPro in and the storage drive into my laptop, and I will be able to use my laptop to move files off of the GoPro onto my drive, and then that way I can start the next day with an empty memory, a GoPro with empty memory, so I don't have to ever worry about it filling up, and I won't be able to film. I'll run out of memory space to film something on any given day, so I'm going to look to avoid that. So can have my laptop so that I can transfer files off of the GoPro onto a storage drive. Lots of things going through my head that I want to be prepared for. It's like I feel like I'm going to miss something because I'm preparing for two things at once here. I'm preparing to go to the passport office tomorrow and preparing to file for the visa as quickly as possible, but also thinking of everything possible that if I go, or because I most likely should be able to go, I really have come up with everything I need to meet the requirements. So now, and thinking of everything I'm going to need, but those are the main bare necessities, which reminds me of Allie with her disingenuosities. Anyway, so um, thank you, DSP. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. But I think I got everything. So I think I've got it all. I'm going to have my speaker. So hopefully when I go live, we're going to have my speaker. So we can have maybe a little bit of Stacy playing in the background sometimes. I got some ideas. Hopefully we're going to make it a lot of fun, folks. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. So apparently you should look into newer lights for your studio if you want better lighting later on when you return. Happy flying. And thanks, K-Don. Lighting is something that is in the works. I should be able to get my hands on my mail tomorrow, Ziggy. Yes. TikTok Man Talk, very important Twitter person. Founder of subreddit with that name, Ziggy. Thank you, David Haver. Get an Australian wave going for BD. Let's see. That's what I want to do. I want to try to create a banner. So I'm thinking like the first day we're there, we'll try to see if we can create a banner, and that way, the three of us and whoever else is going with us. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how many of us are going, but we can make a banner like that and get somebody to somehow go and get a picture of us, or get a picture of our banner or whatever that we can send over to KZ. But basically something along the lines of, justice for Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. I mean, it would probably be a kind of a long banner, but it'd be cool to do. It would be really cool to do. Yeah, cheap sheet and spray paint. Yeah, so. So I want to show you guys something Julie Pom Pom made. Oh, wow. They're all gone now. All right. All right. Let's share my screen here. All right. So this is something that Julie was coming up with. This would be the front of the shirt. So I thought it was funny, you know, obviously the poop emoji, disingenuosity free zone, obviously very funny. And then the back of it would say this: Erekose Wrecking Crew, talk about it and stay informed. Erekose on MAM, hashtag free Brendan Dassey, hashtag free Stephen Avery, hashtag work with KZ, hashtag wake up Wisconsin. So I like this. This is cool. I don't know. So I wanted to see what everybody else thought of this. We also have the one that Ziggy made, which I thought was really cool. Whoops. But here's a couple other things that Pom Pom came up with that I thought were funny. Erekose Wrecking Crew hat. And then you can see here, you know, again with the little poop emoji, but that line should be over the poop. But other than that, I kind of like this hat, but there is another one